Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. I'm changing it up this year when it comes to bulbs. So this channel is about 5 years old now, and 4 of those years I've shown bulbs that I was purchasing that were going to go in the landscape the next spring, and then I showed them going in the landscape. And a lot of those bulbs were hyacinths and tulips, which had to be cold treated. And I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, zone 7B. We don't really get enough cold. Some winters we do, but most winters we don't. And hyacinths and most tulips, most hybrid tulips, they put on a big show because I cold treat them in the refrigerator or buy them already cold treated. And if I leave them in the ground for the next year, they'll come back, but they'll come back as inconsistent sizes, inconsistent flowers. Some will flower, some won't. And over years, they'll just disappear. And I've showed that over and over and over again. And I want, one of the things I want to teach on this channel is having a landscape that matches the space that I'm in. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. Again, Raleigh, North Carolina, zone 7B. I'm not going to be planting those things that won't naturalize. No bulbs that won't naturalize. And so, or at least have a chance of naturalizing, meaning they come back year to year. I don't have to do anything to them. They don't need any special treatment. Don't have to dig them out. Don't have to move them around. And, it's just creating a more sustainable landscape. You'll see that with my annuals, perennials, shrubs. They're either going forward going to have to be able to be done from seed, seed that I can collect or seed that I can purchase, or they need to be native. If they're non-native, they need to be not invasive. I'm going to, I want to create my own mulch, compost, just have a sustainable landscape that matches the area that I'm in, the amount of rain I get, the soil type I have, that kind of thing. And I want to show that off. We can all build our landscapes, the base of our landscapes, the soil the same, but we need to be picking different plants going forward that match the spaces that we're in so that we can create more sustainable spaces. So that's my goal here, even with my bulb order this year. So I've cut out the hyacinths, I've cut out the tulips. I can go and enjoy them somewhere else. They don't have to be in my landscape. I can enjoy photos from you guys that live in zone 5. I can enjoy your tulip display, and I'll have a different display. And so that's what I want to do going forward, no matter what it is on this channel. And call me out if I don't. If I'm showing something that has no sustainability, please call it out, because it deserves to be called out. That's going forward. Folks that are in showing gardening spaces in different areas of the country, we need to show something off that's actually sustainable. It doesn't require emptying a river in order to maintain it. Okay, with that said, I have a lot of daffodils coming, and you're going to see all the bulbs in just a minute. Daffodils do fantastic here in the South, like pretty much the whole country. Honestly, there are some that are more likely to perform well in the South. And if you go to the Colorblends website, that's where my bulbs are coming from. That's where I get my bulbs every year. They do have a southern section. So if you're in the South, they have a section of bulbs that you can order that will more likely to naturalize in your warmer areas where you get less cold temperatures in the wintertime. So pick the daffodils from that group. And so I have a lot of daffodils coming. They're not all going in this landscape. They're going on some other projects as well. And so you guys will see different places that I plant daffodils. One thing I'll say about daffodils, they'll always face toward the sun. They're so early in the winter, the sun is tracking south of me in the wintertime. So it's going east to west like it does any other, always, obviously. But it tracks in the south that time of year when the daffodils are blooming. So the flowers will face south. So they'll go on the north side of my landscape. So keep that in mind as you're thinking about where to plant daffodils. Plant them on the north side, facing in toward your lawn or in towards your beds, and you'll be able to see the flowers, all the flowers looking at you. If I plant them over here, they'll be facing my neighbor's landscape. I'll just be looking at the back of the flower. So keep that in mind. I do have 3 types of species tulips coming. They're more likely to naturalize here in the South. I planted some last year that should be coming back this year. So I am planting some tulips, but they're not going to be cold treated. They're ones that should are more likely to come back on a year-to-year basis. I am planting some, I'm bringing in some amaryllis, and I'm in zone 7B, and I can plant my amaryllis into the landscape, and I've got my amaryllis from last year planted over here. And so, you know, again, it's something that I can have. I can put it in a container. I can have it come up, look beautiful in the house, give them away as gifts, that kind of thing, and then tell folks they can just plant them in the ground as long as it's a well-drained space. So a few like 6 amaryllis bulbs coming. And then I've got some Spanish bluebells coming, which are good for naturalizing in shady spaces. They can get a little, they can spread out a bit over time, so keep that in mind. They're great for naturalizing in a shady space, but have beautiful, lightly fragrant purple flowers or lavenderish flowers on them, but they can move about some, so be prepared to dig them out here and there. So here are the bulbs that I ordered from Colorblends that you guys will see go in the ground later in the year. Thanks for watching.